Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, and as you guys can see today, we are playing 7 Days to Die, the survival horde crafting game. Now, the best way for me to sum this game up for people who have not seen footage on it before is if you took DayZ, the survival zombie aspects of DayZ, and maybe combined them with some of the building aspects of Rust or Arc, this is what you would get. So, really, what the goal is, as like most normal games, is to survive, build, and just, not die. That's really all there is to it. We can progress. There's many things we can do to survive and make the world easier to exist in. There's no long-term goal right now, but as you can see from the top right, the game is still in alpha. So, that being said, we don't have much time because we need to work and do our best to accomplish as much as we can before the sun goes down. Now, zombies do come out during the day, and I have, when you make a game, you can actually program your game to be very suited to your settings. So the way I have my game set up is that zombies will walk during the day and they will run at night. So that makes it so during the day we have at least a survivable chance of going around and finding things to survive with. But at night, whoo boy, you really need to get some cover and look out because they will hit you, and they will hit you hard. They will run up on you and destroy you and your whole settlement in just a matter of seconds. So, now, the game is called 7 Days to Die because usually on the 7th day of existing, you will end up facing a massive horde of zombies. Now, no matter where you end up staying in the world, your scent and whatnot, stuff like that, all play a part, a big factor in how these zombies find you and how big the swarm is. Now, the longer you are alive, so say day 14 is going to have about twice as many zombies, maybe a little bit more, maybe some stronger zombies, as you may see on day 7. And the idea is that just more and more and more zombies progressively spawn and they show up in the world as you progress through the world. It's just simply how it is, mainly for the fact that again, it's just a survival horde game, and they want to see how long you can survive. So, we're going to go ahead and do what we can. We're starting by building a stone axe today because, of course, in most games, axes are the prime source of starting anything, really. So we can, of course, gather wood a lot faster with this. We can gather rock a lot faster with this. And my general goal... What the hell is that? Is that a chicken? My general goal right now is we started by this house, so we're going to go ahead and try and reinforce it as much as we can. This biome we started in is kind of dreary, all burnt up and stuff like that, but where did that chicken go? Unless were my eyes playing tricks on me? Oh, whoa, hey, look, there it is. All right, if we can kill that, we might be able to get some meat. But we don't want to run too far off because we'll run into a couple unfriendlies, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know about you guys. I can actually hear pretty well with my headphones, but something's out there. Uh-oh. Now something's burning. All right. So, it's actually a good thing that we ran up the street, though, because from the looks of it, there is a 2-story house over there that would actually probably do very well as a home. Now, I've not... Oh, that's probably what I hear pitter-pattering. There's a deer over there. Now, I've not actually scouted out this house too well over here, so we're going to go take a look at it real quick. It may actually be perfect, because the only trade-off with going to get that house over there is, as you may have noticed, there's a couple zombies hanging around there, and because I'm brand new to this world, I'm much more vulnerable to getting my ass beat. Now, here's something in here. Is it a refrigerator? It must be. You know what? This house actually doesn't look too bad, and it looks like it does have a second floor. So I think this would be a great starting house. We can put a bed up here. Even though there's one up here, we need to actually build our own bed to set at the slaving point. But other than that, this house, for the apocalypse, it's still standing. It's got some nice quartered off rooms, and we've got a second floor. So I think this is a great place to start. Now, we need to gather a little bit more fiber real quick, so we'll go ahead and do that. Now that I think about it, actually, we did pick up some soup, so what I'm going to go and do is that soup has meat in it, and meat plays a factor in attracting scent-related things. So if you see on the bottom left of my screen, there's a little bit of a nose above my stamina bar, and that is because something in our bag, likely this meat stew, is attracting smells. Now, if we put that away, you can see the nose goes away. So there we have it. They can't smell us anymore, and we're much more likely to survive out here. Now, I've picked up some wood, and as you can see, I can actually reinforce and fix up my door with that wood from outside. We're going to go and get rid of this trash because I don't have any proof yet because, again, this game is in alpha. It's updating very frequently, thankfully. But when you step on trash, it makes little creaks and whatnot. And as you can see here, we can crouch and stealth and things like that. And that aspect of the game is very important if you want to, of course, get past zombies undetected or maybe hunt wildlife without being detected. But what I believe is that when you step over the trash, as you can hear, there's little cracks and whatnot. I think trash may play a factor in sound, so any ability to get rid of the trash that's just kind of lingering around my home is a good idea. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't have the volume up super high. I have it up just high enough so you guys can hear without my own voice being drowned out. But let's see. We'll go up the street a little because I definitely hear something. And while these clothes are being crafted, I don't know. I don't know. What we're going to do, I guess, is let's go gather some more materials. It's about midday. I think the sun starts to set for sure around 6 or 7, and that's when things get really dangerous. Now the game wants us to equip our clothing real quick, so we're going to go ahead and do that because that's a pretty easy task to accomplish. Now, as you can see, drag and drop that stuff right over your character, no problem. There we go, we got shirt. Perfect. So now that we've done that, we can actually equip something different. That football helmet is more likely to keep us alive, I would imagine. I found that on the dead corpse outside, so that actually worked out well. Now, we can make a wooden club, it seems, because we already gathered enough wood. Club. There we go. Now, as you can see, we can also build an iron reinforced club, which I'm also going to do that, because that's going to, of course, be stronger. And we've also gotten our wooden club objective out of the way in general. So now the next goal is going to be to build some type of bow and arrow structure. So what I think we're going to do with some of our sunlight left is we're going to go up this hill and try and find some birds' nests. Now, birds' nests, of course, will be a source of both eggs and feathers. And by using the feathers, in this case, we're going to be able to... Ooh, look, a pig. We're going to be able to make some arrows. And arrows, of course, as a ranged weapon, give you a much more likely chance to survive. Now, as you guys will notice, however... Aha! This land is much more burnt, so, you know, birds are not as likely to stay here, I would imagine, but we'll see. Here are a lot of... Ooh! You can see, actually, right over there, the biome gets a little bit nicer. I may actually move over there. It depends. I don't know. For the first night, we'll probably stick with the little home we have, but for the next day, I'm actually interested in traveling somewhere a little more lively. I know this is an interesting biome, I'm sure, but surviving here gets very hard over time, especially because zombies can step over these piles of cinders and actually light themselves on fire, thus causing you to burn should they touch you, and that just is not the way you want it to go. Now, I think we can make a bow, so let's go ahead and do that. What's that? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Something's around here. Oh! There we go. There's a zombie right there. He's burning in my house. Now, the physics for this game are very interesting. Ah, shit. I just stepped on a pile of cinders. Like I said. Alright, so what we're going to do... Where did my wooden club go? Iron reinforced club. We've already got it equipped. Let's bash this guy over the head. Now, you, of course, in most zombie games, I want to go for headshots. Hey, ah! Oh, oh, oh! You got me. Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay, we good. We're good. We're good. Now, bash him over the head. There we go. So, if you can knock the zombie down, you actually will get a damage bonus, which is always a very helpful thing. Otherwise, it's very easy to get your ass beat. So, oh, there we go. Always make sure to loot zombies if you can. They hold, of course, objects that'll help you in the future. Let's, I think it would be a good idea to clear some of these trees away from my house. Mainly for the fact that at nighttime, my line of sight is going to be very much cut off. Again, we're probably not going to stay at this house. Maybe we will, because it honestly isn't that bad of a house. It's just, I don't really like this biome, and with the grass biome so close by, it would be a much wiser idea, in my opinion, if we ended up moving on. But we'll see how that goes. Shit. I should have grabbed some more stone on the way earlier. There we go. That's the first thing we're going to do. We need to grab some more stone. Stone is very, very helpful, but I always seem to run out because I'm not very good at handling my materials sometimes. Now, these rocks also yield metal, which is very helpful. Metal can, of course, be used in a lot of different things, such as reinforcing buildings, building better objects altogether. And I know later on in the game you can actually get a motorbike to drive around, and it has a little storage in it, too, so you can even travel with some of the things you gather. Alright, so as usual, running on limited time here. We want to make sure we do as much as we can without the day going to waste, so I'm gathering as much wood as I can. This first day may be a little bit boring. We're definitely going to go exploring in the next day or two, which will probably be in the next 2 or 3 episodes. And I'm also going to try and get one of my friends to come on here and play with me, so there's a little bit more additional banter for you guys to listen to. But for the time being, I wanted day one to just be kind of an explanatory type day for you, anyone who has not seen this game before, to really introduce themselves with it. Because again, it's an alpha, so not everyone's really taking a look at it right now. But again, I could highly recommend this game. Now we're going here. We're going to reinforce a little bit of the house just to make sure we are very likely, more than likely, to survive at night. Again, all these windows patched up. It's really the best way to do it. Technically, we can go farther than this. I'm not trying to waste my metal right now, though. Oh, shit, there's a zombie right out there. Oh, boy. I think it might be a good idea to go take care of it, because I don't really want anything close to my house. And with all this banging going on, it's not really going to take long before he starts coming to knock. So better I approach him before he approaches me, I would say. Alright, looks like it's just one for now, which is good. As usual, go for the head. Oh! Ah! Oh, shit, missed. Crap. You definitely don't want to get hit, of course, because you have the risk of both getting infected and bleeding if you get struck by a zombie. So that's always something you want to avoid if you can. Moldy bread. Okay, we're good. Let's get back inside and do what we got to do. We got to keep reinforcing the interior of this house. We're also got to try and get some more light in here, because once nightfall hits, it's going to be a freaking shadow fest inside. Oh, look at that. We've got a back door. I didn't even realize that. Okay. We'll have to keep that in mind, because that's definitely, of course, an access point. I don't want them getting through there. What I'll do is, can I lock it? No. I can't lock it because I didn't build that door. Oh, nothing like gathering some trees. I'm probably going to skip through a majority of this gathering scene just because no one really wants to watch that. You guys get the idea. I'm gathering wood. If anything exciting happens while gathering wood, I'll definitely show you. But for the most part, when it comes to gathering, I'm going to do my best to skip through that kind of stuff. One thing this game does well is ambiance. And I've been out here for maybe, like, I don't know, a couple minutes by myself right now. And not exactly, you know, addressing the camera. And in that time, I've heard like crackling trees, whispering winds, like just a lot of really creepy noises in the distance that set up the apocalypse style. See, and every couple minutes I have to stop because I feel like I hear footsteps, and you know, it just gets, you know, it's got that great feeling of paranoia that you want from a survival horror game. Oh yeah. As you guys can see, it's starting to get really dark. Oh no. Okay, we gotta go now. That noise is an indication that I think they're gonna start running soon. Holy shit, Fuck. Get in the house, We good. I'm gonna reinforce as many doors as I can. Oh man, I can't even see in this house. Where's my torch? Okay. So let's see what we're working with here. This is our kitchen, of course. I definitely want to reinforce at least this window. I know we can't see it, but it is nighttime, so zombies run at this point, and that makes them an entirely new issue. We got meat stew in there if we want some dinner. Lock this up. What is this room? Oh, we got a little bathroom. That's pretty cool. Anything inside of it? A human turd? I mean, I don't know what I expected, but that's never been in this game before. Holy shit, I'm leaving that. I'm leaving the turd there. I'm not putting that in my bag. Alright, let's go check out our second floor. Kind of just taking it easy. We've actually got a decent... Oh, no, I was going to say maybe we can see outside from up here, but we can't really see outside. We do have a bed. Now, I guess while we're inside, we'll take this time to do some more of the starting missions. Now, as the game, you can see, suggests we craft a wood frame, place the wood frame, and then upgrade the wood frame. And that's just basically a way for them to teach us to play the game. Now, as you can imagine, as I mentioned, I've spent a lot of time with this game already, so it's not really like this kind of stuff is new to me, but I'm going to go through it anyways just to get it out of the way and get the objectives out of the way. And it's a good way to show you guys how to play the game in general and how this game can evolve in the future. Because as you saw, we just started by entering the first house that spawned near us, but if you're the type of person who prefers to go your own way, as you can see from this crafting menu here, it's much more in-depth than this actually. I'll go right here and show you guys, you know. There's tons of things you can build: cement mixers, workbenches, beds, flagstones, circular pillars, tons and tons of stuff for you to build. Lots of resources, you know, mini bikes and all that good stuff. There's tons of weaponry. We have lots of tools. We have lots of food-related things. There's medicine, clothing to build, tons of furniture, you know, all the lettering you might want to build your own base with and name your base, and all of our basics. And there's a lot of recipes you're actually not going to see right now because I haven't found them yet. So you can discover a lot of recipes out in the world, which is awesome. So another thing I think I'll cover with you guys is the fact that there are skills in this game, and you may have seen me level up a couple of them in my gatherings and whatnot. And now, as you can imagine, by leveling up your skills and then spending the points you get when you actually level up your character, you can get better at these skills and perform more idly. So, you know, Pummel Pete, this is probably for swinging blunt instruments, and the more you upgrade that ability, the better you get with them, and the less you'll have to swing before you can actually kill your opponent. And, you know, there's other things that are more related to just exploring the world, such as Quality Joe, or no, there we go, scavenging right there. Be the scrounge master and get faster looting and gain higher % chance for better loot. So if you're the type of person who prefers to live off the land, that might be better for you. But here we have it. We built our 3 frames. Now we're going to go ahead and place those real quick. Again, this is just a little bit of a tutorial. I have no long-term interest in this home, I don't think. So we're going to go ahead and just place these downstairs somewhere. That'll have to do. As you guys can see, I'm reinforcing. That's really all there is to it. By right-clicking with your hammer, you can of course reinforce the frame, and there we have it. So we've done a good job there. Now the next objective is very, very important to me. Oh god, and the problem is we don't have fibers. Now fibers of course come from outside, but as you guys know, outdoors is very dangerous right now. So I think we're gonna take a risk and go out there and pray that we don't get our ass beat. I'm gonna leave my door open in case I have to run back. I can't. I'm really scared right now, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm fucking terrified. This place is so dark at night. I can barely see it in front of me. I just gotta remember where the house is and not go too far. And remember where my mace is. Because again, we can survive them. They're just running. It's not like they're any stronger. They're just a lot scarier. A lot scarier. We're almost good though. Little more, one more. Alright, let's get in the house. Jesus, I didn't even encounter anything, and that was still one of the scariest events I've had in this little playthrough already. Okay, so now we're gonna build this bedroll, because of course that is an important aspect to marking your home, but at the same time you can use it to respawn on top of, which is very important in case we die. We don't want to work all of this base and on all that stuff and then end up all halfway across the world. I mean, again, we're not really gonna keep it, but we don't want to die overnight and then spawn somewhere across the world in the middle of some, you know, dark field that we're about to get our ass beat. Actually, we can technically place our torch right now, which is kind of helpful, but now that also means we don't have a torch in our bag. What I'll do is place this candle so we can guide our way to the stairs. There we go. So the staircase is over there if we need it. So I guess our next objective, of course, is we just built this bedroll. We need to place it down, and the reasoning for that is that a bedroll, again, will be our new save point. So we'll go ahead. There we go. So we should only really have like one objective left, I believe. Build a campfire. Okay, I think we can actually do that now. Campfire. Okay, we got a campfire. So I think that's it. There we go. Our original quest chain is completed. The basic survival needs. So we've of course earned a skill point for completing a basic survival quest, and we can spend it by accessing our inventory, navigating the skills menu, then highlight the desired skill or perk and purchase it. Now that is going to be very helpful again for advancing in the future. And hopefully you guys enjoyed getting at least a minor tutorial as to how all this goes down. Now, I could be wrong. Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually like cook with this fire until I get something more appropriate to put the food on, such as like a grate, a cooking pot, or a beaker. So what we will do, however, is I do want to put some wood in there, because It is indeed a dark night. 38 wood. There we go. That'll give us some area of effect. So now what we're gonna do with that light, again, keep repairing a little bit. Not really necessary, but it's something to do at night. Keep us from going insane. There we go. Got rid of the glass. Patch up these windows real quick. We don't want anyone seeing us. Got our construction skill to 10. That's great. It's a good way to start the day. Whew! Alright. So that is the sound of a new day. I believe it is now bright enough outside that they won't run anymore, which is great. We've survived the night. We did very well. I know to some of you it may have seemed like nothing at all. Holy shit, that scared the hell out of me. Apparently we leveled up, but Jesus, I was not expecting that loud-ass noise. But there we have it. We actually survived the first day. We did a good job. I think what we're going to do for the next episode is, as you can see out this window, going up that hill, we found a grass biome, and that's where I kind of want to live, because it's just nicer there. The ambiance is more lively, if that makes sense, more living things, it's greener, happier. There's also likely to be more zombies, but that's a risk I'm willing to take, and I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind that too much, because that'll give us more action related during the day. But that all being said, I think this was a great first entry to our first day. We accomplished a lot. You know, we survived. We did the main chain quest for the tutorial. And you guys got an idea of what this game is about and what kind of things we'll be accomplishing in the future. So, if you guys enjoyed this video today, feel free to leave me a like or a comment down below, as both are very much appreciated. And if you enjoy this content in general, feel free to subscribe, because I promise you, there's plenty more coming. So without any further ado, thank you guys all so much for joining me today. And I'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, stay happy.